So there it is. The tornado is moving right through Dawson Springs, maybe concentrated a little bit more on the north side, and that's going to continue to the northeast at about 45 miles per hour.
It has been a chaotic situation in the Hopkins County area in the corridor of this storm. We have been told that reports in Mayfield, Kentucky are showing a devastating loss, and also a train has blown over off its tracks into houses between Morton's Gap and Earlington, Kentucky. Now, the Kentucky State Police Post number 1, which is based in Earlington, or not Earlington, but Mayfield, Kentucky, publicly stated on Twitter tonight that they expect perhaps a high level of lives lost in this tragedy tonight.
He was 86, so he was ready to go, but
we weren't ready.
He was a sweet soul of a man, and for him to go this violently and tragically is just, we can't get it out of our head, but we're just so thankful. We came at 3 o'clock in the morning looking for him that night, and there were 3 dead bodies laying right here, and we thought it was him, but it wasn't. So we eventually just had to go home. We came back the next morning, and that's when they found him across the street.
We were trying to find him, and my husband and I were across the street, and a friend of my son, he's a police officer, and he came over to my husband and said, we think we found Ernie. And they asked him if he had a tattoo on his arm, and my husband said yes. And my husband had to go over there and identify him. And, you know, they said that he didn't suffer. So that's comfort. We didn't want that. And we're glad we found him, because there's so many people that are still missing. And at least we have a little closure that we had him, and you know, we can just pray for everybody else in the community that they find loved ones. And
they're still looking for loved ones here.
And 100 people still missing.
A search crew just came through, and it's sad because they know they're there, but they can't find them. So we're so thankful that we found our dad.
They said what they really hope is that the rescue people, that people will come and try to clean up, because that might be the only hope, is people like us doing this might find people that are missing under, because they can only do so much, the rescue.
This is our hometown.
We were born and raised here.
And my dad, we always called him the unofficial mayor because everybody knew him and everybody loved him. He ran his business right here behind his house for years and took care of everybody. He was a mechanic and took care of everybody in Dawson, and just didn't charge enough, was just good-hearted.
Let people
cared for people.
Never, he'd take stuff and work on people's cars and just take stuff they had to pay him back. He just was a great man.
He's going to be missed.
He's a bit early, but Santa Claus has come to town to help deliver gifts to the children of Dawson Springs.
God allows me to do stuff like this and be able to come and touch the lives of these little ones and these families and spread a little Christmas cheer right now, because they need it. You know, and it's just, I can't describe how it makes me feel.
With his reindeer busy preparing for Christmas, Santa left the sleigh at home and got a ride from the Morganfield Police Department.
Just making these kids smile, changing lives. We're designed to build people up. That is what we are supposed to do.
Morganfield Police Chief Jeff Deibler says he was inspired after seeing Emily White open gifts in the street.
Disaster is what brought that forth, but a little girl that didn't say a word to us. She didn't say anything to us that day. Hadn't said anything to me at all since, you know. Just watching her face and watching her unwrap those presents, and her sister too. Man, that's what it's all about.
Emily's father, Chad Lee, says he's just happy people could help his children and his community celebrate Christmas.
It brought tears in my eyes, man. It brought tears in my eyes. That was for sure. And just seeing how happy Emily was, and that's not knowing if he was going to be able to have Christmas.
She didn't even get to meet Santa Claus because of the coronavirus last year. We were scared she'd get sick, so we didn't take her to anywhere. So this has all been big for her and new to her.
Tough to wrap your mind around this, because for these folks, Well, Christmas is about a week and a half away, but for those folks that you're seeing here, this is a story that's going to be going on for some time. And as we reported earlier, a lot of folks are saying, okay, I'm in a shelter, my kids need to get to school. Where are we going to be 3 months from now? Where are we going to be living? What is going to be home? That cannot be done overnight, and they know it, and that's why I think so many people have come to the aid there, because people who are hurt are also helping people who are hurt, and it's been a remarkable story on the resilience of the folks of the Commonwealth here in the western part of the state and in our viewing area. The president is expected to go to a podium momentarily, but he is I guess the most important audience he is speaking to right now are those folks he's shaking hands with and getting their stories. And we'll be ready for his remarks when he takes that podium.